certainly happy to be here and the opportunity to share a case study of ours. So April Morgan, as Ben previously mentioned, I head up StoneX Commodity Solutions operational teams. StoneX Commodity Solutions is an entity that's wholly owned by the parent company StoneX. And we're a bit unique in the marketplace. We're active in the commodity trade places around egg commodities and also soft commodities. But what makes us unique is we're just not a trading company. We're actually very much consider ourselves a service-based company where we are providing risk management and hedging services to our clients, merchandising logistics services, and also offering working capital solutions for our clients. So partnering with our clients, that sort of puts us in the middle of a lot of transactions where we are buying from suppliers and facing end customers on the consumer side. So I think on paper, being a reseller really puts you at a disadvantage because we do not have connections to assets, both at the origination point and also at the destination point. And so we're really relying on our trade counterparties in order to provide us with the data that we need in order to get that into our system and then process those transactions through our system. Because we do not have access to those systems, we receive an enormous amount of data through email. So we're getting on a daily basis, hundreds, probably thousands of trade settlement information that's coming through our inboxes. Three of our product lines are very high volume, very truck focused, rail car focused. So think about invoices, bills of lading, settlement statements coming in chunks of 25 trucks, 100 trucks, et cetera. Like many companies, and not just in our industry, but in many other industries as well, a large strategic priority of ours has been really focused on digitizing the business, finding ways to automate it. I think, obviously from an operational cost perspective, being able to grow our business and scale our business is incredibly important to us. So as our business grows, we don't have to continue to add those same amount of operational resources to continue to support the business. I think that's obvious. I think second, using automation and digitization to really improve the client experience, how we interact with our clients, how we share data with our clients is certainly on our priority list. And in addition to that is just transparency, right? Getting real-time exposure to our data and knowing where our inventory is at all times is incredibly important to us, and using technology and those tech solutions in order to improve what that reality is for us today, certainly important. So really the focus for us and the project that I want to highlight as a part of this webinar is really focused around the trade settlement aspects of our what we call our direct ship program, which is a grains program that involves us facing farmers and then also facing on the purchase side. So on the supplier side, we're buying from farmers and then we're selling to end destination elevators and processing facilities. And so we're sort of in the middle of this transaction. We receive data from destinations that give us that settlement data, weights, grades, et cetera. We need that data in order to process those shipments against our sales, and also to process those same shipments against our purchases and inevitably pay those farmers for the grain that we have purchased. We've also have plans to use this tool in other areas of our business as well, but this was sort of the main focus area, and then expanding to those other high volume product lines. So I think first goal, and really where we came to partner with ClearDox was really focused on how can we get this data into our system? How can we do that digitally? And so historically, we have relied on a very capable and very detail-oriented operational team to manually enter all of these truck tickets into our system, which, as you can imagine, is a very laborious, repetitive process, which means you have to have the right people in those seats. They need to be accurate, they need to be efficient. But it also is sort of taking those individuals away from focusing on risk mitigation for our business, focusing on problem solutions, because they're really bogged down by the high volume of just data entry. So really the goal here was to figure out how we could capture that data digitally, how we could drive the automation of the settlement process through our systems. And so partnering with ClearDox around this solution, certainly the first goal, and really how we calculated ROI was how can we prove an operational scale improvement story. The second goal was to improve the transparency, so gain access to that shipment data in real time and be able to sort of chase down payment from these destinations, and then in essence pay our farmers who pay our farmers more quickly, so they get paid faster because we sort of have access to the data more quickly. And so those are the two goals. Our experience in implementing ClearDox around the solution was incredibly positive. And honestly, I think I've been a part of many system implementations in my career. This was probably the fastest and smoothest implementation that we had done. I think we went into this project hoping that we would get 70% was our goal, to automate 70% of these settlements, and we're already now automating 95% of the trucks that are delivering in this program for us. So it's been a huge success story, and I think there's a few main reasons why this implementation was really successful for us. And they asked for us to sort of share our lessons learned, and really I think our lessons are focused on why was this successful for us? What decisions did we make? I think as leaders, sometimes we hit a home run and we get things right. That's not always the case. Here, I think we did make some decisions and leaps of faith in a couple of different areas, and they've really proven to pay dividends down the road. And so the first one I want to highlight is prioritizing the user interface and the user experience in selecting a vendor. I think many folks, especially in the AI space, and everybody's sort of racing to the market to provide this type of solution. And so if you want somebody to digitize your invoices and process them through your system, you're going to find many vendors out there. However, they're all going to have a different platform, a different experience for the user when they log in and they use that tool. I think for us, one of the reasons we went with ClearDox was because of the nice user interface and really the dashboard that they had built around the actual tech tool itself. So not just the back-end technology, but what does that look like? And why is this important? I think because adoption's key when you're implementing a tech tool. I think figuring out how you can get the team of individuals, so users, how are you going to get them excited about this tool? Because they're going to be the ones using it. And it's not going to be me. It's not going to be the IT team here at StoneX. It's going to be the staff member that's using it. So how do you get their buy-in, but also just their overall excitement about the implementation? How does this improve my? So they're actively engaged in the testing process. And anyways, I think that's one lesson is I think that's really helped us have a smooth implementation, as folks are really just excited about the product. Very modern dashboard. Second, and this one I think wasn't necessarily something we were looking for. We just sort of found that in ClearDox, but is partnering with vendors that truly understand your business. I think for us, ClearDox has clients that look a lot like us, and so they had experience working with clients like us. They also had staff members that we got to work with closely that had actually traded in the past. So they really understood what our business was, what are some of those pain points, could even bring us ideas, solutions that we proactively ahead of us even bringing them those ideas and solutions to them. I think again here, this really improves the implementation process. And I think in other vendors that we were looking at, we saw folks that, yeah, we've digitized millions of invoices. Every invoice is not the same. I think we all know that. And I think knowing that this staff sort of understood our business made that implementation process much smoother, right? So you're not spending a ton of time educating the vendor. What is your business? What is your problem? Why this solution doesn't fully work, I think is really, really important. And I think for us, the speed in which we were able to implement and go live was certainly impacted by simply the vendor just understanding our business. And then lastly, I think is value the tech tool upside beyond the initial scope. I think as leaders, we're sort of tasked to avoid scope creep and make sure that you're not sort of expanding that. And I do think that's incredibly important, especially in like your initial project, but also think about how can this vendor potentially provide other solutions for us in different areas of our business. So really see the potential beyond that initial project. And I think what that does is it really builds a partnership between the client and the vendor, and really just an engaging relationship where ideas are shared and both folks are looking at opportunities and ideas and how they can really make the business better. And so far, I think that's led to a very positive relationship for us with ClearDox, and we're looking at expanding beyond this. And we have a list of many initiatives, but focused around, I think you'll hear a little bit later about inventory reconciliation, how this can improve our onboarding process. We onboard many clients, and potentially capturing additional data that before would have been difficult and time consuming, and you wouldn't really get the return on that sort of manual effort. Now, if you can automate it, it's amazing. Think about some of the quality data that we can capture, the timeliness of deliveries, carriers that we're using, et cetera. And so anyways, very successful case study for us. And I plan to use these lessons to guide me in future vendor selections. And thanks for the opportunity to share, and look forward to hearing from the others.